Pause, pause, pause. Pause, pause, pause. Oh, look who turned up. Oh, g'day, viewers. Well, it's bloody Whiskers, little asshole. It was in this neighbour's house, the vacant house next door. And it was hiding in that corner of that shed, tucked in the corner where we couldn't see. So he climbed up the fence and hid in this little shed here. The whole time I called him and called him and called him and called him and no answer. You bloody cat. Hey, we thought we would lost you. You bloody cat. Good to see you as well, right? Whiskers, stop pissing off on us like that, huh? What's wrong, Charlotte? You got food, you got water. Hey, you want to cuddle, don't you? Well, you Whisker, why didn't you meow when I called you? You were in there, huh? You bloody cat. It's good to see my air compressor worked out good. I've got my plate here, an aluminium plate. What I'm going to do, drill those two holes out, bolt that back to the motor. This acts as a washer and a mounting plate for this terminal block to go onto that. That's a pretty easy fix. Yeah, there isn't much holding this old terminal cover on. Just two little screws and that's it. So if you come across a motor like that, don't assume that's moulded or welded to the housing, because this bloody cord was dangling off this terminal cover with that switch and plate dangling off it, because I had to carry the motor only because it was the heaviest part, but I had to move it around. And all that plate and that switch assembly and that socket assembly was dangling by that cord off this terminal cover. So not a good idea, because the screws had ripped off. I would have tore those wires out of here, then it would have been stuffed. So yeah, just take note of that. The windings look good actually. They're protected. They're all held in quite well. Is getting these screws out, no, they're not going to come out. They are stuck. To get the bearings out, you undo these three. There's a plate behind that comes out. But I can't get these things undone. They are bloody hard. I'll put the Brandt dishwasher in a nice, neat spot in my container. And I got the pump motor here still. I'm going to put those away yet actually. I forgot about those. They're going to be put away. And the pump motor with that dishwasher, I'm going to try and see if the bearings are the same as this motor will fit that. See if the bearings in this motor will fit that dishwasher pump motor. Hopefully they will. This doesn't have much torque for a pump motor. It is a 2800 though, so it would be good for a silent project, but I want to get that dishwasher pump motor fixed first. That dishwasher is quite a nice old classic. You don't see a nice old dishwasher that old anymore. Yeah, it's going to try and pull this apart too next, then we'll have a look inside here. Can't fit 6 ultra capacitors there, but you can get the little D-sized ultra cap boost caps to put in there, as opposed to a battery in these things, to make it an ultra cap jump starter. So we'll pull it apart, mod those cables, pull the cables off, and then bolt them to my ESM battery. Have a car battery jump starter in a shape of an actual car battery. How cool would that be, eh? So happy about Charlotte. Want to cuddle again? You stop pissing off, Whiskers, you big cat, eh? You big kitty. Oh, trying to make an attempt to pull this motor apart now. Just pull the back bell housing off and observe the switch. I want to work on that terminal cover, that terminal assembly. So much project, so much project. So I just want to get this in, see if it works and get it going. I've got to get this thing going. This is easy enough for me to fix, so leave that there. I really want to look inside this one. I just can't wait. This is just so vintage. A lot of these older ones are really well made. This is when motors weren't consumable like they are now. They're unbelievably consumable now. That's not the right capacitor. That's a PFC capacitor. Power factor correction for my fluorescent light. 6 microfarad to 250 volt AC. They are very much doubt it's enough to start this motor. It is better than nothing. The original capacitor is long gone. As you can see, the screws come loose underneath, so I'm going to have to fix that. Oh yeah, these older motors are these sort of grease, the oilers like that. No ball bearing, it's all sleeve bearing design. See, it's a bit of wear on that bloody shaft. Shit. That's the only drawback, is this modern ball bearings stopped all that. I've cleaned up the switch contacts. Bit of emery between there and washed it with contact cleaner, bathed it all up, but upon putting emery paper on that, it all went all over the bloody bearings, so I have to wash all that out and get all the paper, sandpaper and dirt out of that as a result. So that's cleaned up alright, the switch all works. That's the centrifugal part of it there, the mechanical part is the electrical part of the switch. Always check these are in good nick on these old motors, because if this gets stuck or badly oxidised and you power these up, this will overwrap and burn out with a big spark and the flash, and that's it, you can't replace it, it's buggered. Always check these switches when you find old motors like this, pull them apart carefully, take notice, and then you have a winding going here, bolted here. Be careful, check the switch contacts, see if they're alright, clean them if you need to. Always make sure that contact's clean, because if it's not, then you try and power this thing up and that thing may have a bad high resistance and it will arc and burn out. That's it, as a result of one that V8 Jagnut had made it old like this. I can't remember what make it was, but it was an old pump. And this switch was badly oxidised, and you powered it up and bang, it blew all this apart and wrecked the whole motor. You can't get those anymore. Those switches are old design, so always look after them. Make sure they're clean, put them apart, check it's in good nick, clean it to minimise the risk of destroying it altogether. Anyway, put it back together. I've tightened the bolts up for this terminal cover. This one is done from the other side. I've got to undo this completely and do the nut behind it up. And yeah, this thing should be good to go. It looks good, the windings don't smell burnt, I don't see any burnt spots. Definitely smells a bit vintage. Ready for a test, all wired up, put a modern coiled grip on there, screwed straight in. Tighten up all the bolts. Alright, now it says R, so it's in reverse obviously. And mega tested alright, the switch and mechanically moves alright, the contacts are nice and clean, so I don't see why it won't start now. Let's give it a test. Alright, let's test it. See if she works. It does! That spider came out of it. Whoa, loud. Not getting hot. The pins don't get hot, which is loud. Works quite well though. That hum worries me. Well, I don't smell any burning, so that almost sounds like it's a partial short, or it's partially shorter with a hum like that. Could just be the way it is though. I'll get my BAZ hooked up to it. Yeah, bring the BAZ out. Yeah, after I unhook it all, I've got to set up a bit of pigeon now. After I turn the computer off, once I've got the computer and everything hooked up to it, I bring it out here on its own and just plug this in it and see how much amps it pulls, just to monitor the current. Make sure it's not pulling too much amps there. Pretty slow for 125 RPM though. Alright, BAZ's hooked up. Also a breaker there. Don't always align your federal fuses, because I can't rely on them anyway. Now the amps, 2.15 amps. Oh shit, that's more than 2.15 amps. Ah, shit, could be something wrong with that motor. Bugger. Damn it, 2.15 amps, that's way more than that. Bugger. Well, it's hooked up correctly. Damn it, this could be buggered, I think. Pulling more than 2.15 amps, unfortunately. Bugger. Oh, it's not that warm. I'm running it like that. It's pulling a bit much amps there, 2.15 amps. It's supposed to push, it's pulling about 12 amps. Bugger, might have a partially shorted winding. Bugger! Right, hey bugger. That's a natural enemy of electric motors, shorted windings over time. Bugger, it's a nice old beauty too. What a bastard. Alright viewers, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching.